Hello and welcome back. I am Vicious Duck and you are watching Foul Games. Heading on to the next level in our Doom Eternal playthrough, Sentinel Prime. Also, trying out a new mic and seeing just seeing how this performs. Nice welcoming, all very official. Even though makers are obviously present, the Sentinels are here and aware.
We found him in the valley, just outside the castle walls. He was badly wounded and wearing this.
Guts. Huge guts. Kill them. Must kill them all.
He has fight in him yet.
In spite of his injuries.
Send him to the arena. Let him be judged like the others.
History of the Sentinels.
I offer you, O great powerful one, a sign of truce.
Is that the whole message? More Sentinel history. Probably Goodreads, but I don't want to take the time in this video for it.
I know of what you have left behind. Go back to it then. Leave this crusade. You cannot save them. They have asked me for this, and so I give it to them. If you let the priest live, then I will return to you what the demons took from you so long ago. You need only turn back, and it will be yours again. All the pain you carry will be gone.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah. It's just a lot, you know? But maybe that's a good way to test the new mic, right? Book of Kings. In the days before man first spoke, an immense shard of rock and metal was cast unto the world from the heavens. Thunder and cataclysm shook the land as the skies were torn asunder. The cosmic spear cleft a hole through our mortal lands, pole to pole, from the cold wastes of the umbral plains to the fetid swamps of Ironfang. The womb of the world opened, and the elemental wraiths, the firstborn, spilled forth. They took to the skies, fierce in their emancipation. In their exaltation, they brought vitality to land, and all that felt their breath were awakened from eternal slumber. Fierce beasts of an unforgiving biosphere rose in the passing of their shadow, as the wrath call echoed across Argentinur. First came the ancestrals, feral creatures invigorated with magic of the wraiths. They grew to enormous heights, mighty behemoths who waged war with each other for years untold. Their battles tore the land asunder and destroyed all creation caught in their wake. The wrath call continued to spread across the land, and soon the Argenta emerged from the steppes. Our souls stirred into the form by the power of the breath. Titans cowered over the wild-blooded tribes, but found them uncowed. Okay. Rock and fire. First ones forged sword and shield and took hammer of the ancestrals. We claimed dominion of creation by right of blood and magic, and the time of man came to be. Beasts driven back. Throne King Ormera, the father. We built the cathedral reflection to worship the first ones and formed the order of Dag probably, whose priests pay tribute to the wraiths and appease them their tempestuous hunger. Our sons and daughters chose the path of the sword or the path of the alchemist, for each duty honors the gods. Though our ways were righteous, we were not without strife. Storms and great quakes cast our spires down. Barbaric tribes laid siege to our field. First ones gifted to us our lands and right to bounty held within. We beat back the barbarian hordes. Shaped forged battle will emerge at the heart of our legion, the order of the Knight Sentinels. Time of great grief. Took the throne, blessing came. White porcelain beings from a world above. So that's the maker. Brought gifts here. They were unlike the beings we had seen before. Sword and shield. Yada yada yada. Death would no longer. Where we sharpened the blade and mastered our magic, they bolstered the soul and the spirit. Death would no longer be the end of for our people. The ones we call makers, our new allies in this brutal world, have given us security in death we fought so hard to achieve in life. We would find eternal peace, and our minds would rest easy with the knowledge that those we fought alongside in battle would join us in the lands beyond the mortal plane. All very, definitely religiously. We adopted the holy doctrines of the makers in exchange with the chance to earn eternal rest for our mortal sins and blessed Urdak. The covenant we held now embraced our new gods. To our new gods, fostered peace we had never known before, for they were unlike the first ones, whose presence offered no paradise from fear and uncertainty. The maker's embrace was warm, guided us. All right. Machine and enchantment from the makers. Argenta brought our newfound clarity. Traversed the stars, gleaming war fleets of the Khan of the makers approached King Rona and his throne. He sensed his god restless by her disquiet manner. The king and the Khan spoke, and the god revealed she had foreseen a schism in the blood of Argenta. A test would be required to identify its host among us. She spoke of a holy rite to be formed on their strongest warriors. Only those that proved worthy would be tested. For the impurity could reside in only the most resilient of our legion. The divinity machine, a great tribute by Maker Scholars, would help us cleanse the impurities from our flock. The Dark One was not among them, nor would he be for many generations. Only the Mother God, through divination and the Maker's sight, would determine when he stood before them. The Makers were truth. Unclouded eyes could find the one that was marked. Prophecy foretold. In the time of King Novik, secured peace and safety. An outlander came to us. He was not of our world. He spoke an ugly tongue. How he first... Okay, we knew not of the stranger. His mind seemed crippled with rage. He dressed in attire not suited for our lands and carried munition of arcane origin. We watched as his will overcame his injuries, and his blood, and in the blood reading he proved himself. He would be gifted no rank, no title. The survivors in the arena were provided only one reward: the right to earn an honorable death while spreading the blessings of the makers to those in need. It was witnessed, his ravings documented, and through the word order of Dane and Conmaker had him brought before her. She set her minions to learning his tongue, for his ugly words he spoke of lands unseen. Creatures born of fire and dark, place unknown to the queen and her caste. Yet another opportunity to expand the gift of the makers to those in need. On the eve of the Black Star, the Dark Ones came from a world beneath our own, not through ship or ephemeral vessel, but through the fabric of dimensions. Okay, so this is the demons coming. We Sentinels rose to meet the beasts with spear in hand, the might of the Holy Fleet striking back at the demons, but the dark gates were, from whence they came, gave birth to still greater hordes. A line of blood was drawn with the fallen on both sides, and the unholy wars began. Time of darkness upon us. There was a lot of flavor text in there. I was trying to highlight the most important bits. Unlike the past, we could not contain the demons emerging from the dark realm. Their weaponry was not conjured from magical steel, but the essence of their very being, a dark magic not known to us in many of our conquests, had grown over. They grown overconfident. The priests were the first to unlock the mystery of these foul creatures. The priests were able to capture several of the beasts and set about to identify the source of their power. It was then that the essence of the dark realm was discovered. Not wholly unlike our own, this power was the life essence that flowed through their twisted world. Commaker gave blessings to our majesty and directed the priest to delve deeper into the mysteries of the scarlet elixir from the demonic realm, for she sought only to return balance to our universe. Proper assimilation was required as hell stood before her influence. After great effort from the priests, discovered more than they had ever hoped for. They learned the true tongue of They had learned the true nature of demonic energy and how it could strengthen those skilled enough to harness the power. No sentinel would grow sick. No maker would need to suffer the transfiguration that they so feel. Okay, maybe. With the demon's life force in their skilled hands of the sentinel priest and under the righteous gaze of the conmaker, our people would not only rise to victory over the unholy horde that clawed at our walls, we would move to a higher plateau of existence, ushering in a new era of military science and industrial healing. No sentinel would grow sick. No maker would need to suffer the transfiguration that they so feared. All would be risen. None could ever oppose the peaceful ways and threaten our world again. True balance over hell and its legions over space and time and the world all their makers. So basically they started using hell's power for their own, which, as we all know from every story ever, can only lead to good things. Oh god, more reading. I wish these were in audio. When you have to force the user to stop what they're doing, the player, and then go and read these things, I don't like that design. I know it does keep it optional. They can go and do it. They can read all this on their own time, but I always much better like the audio logs, the audio clips, and being short and concise. I know this is great flavor, but just give me a wiki. I can go to wiki and read all this, right? I don't necessarily need to do it in the game. Commander demanded a tithe for the essence, driven by her desire. The priests submitted themselves to her will. Okay. Took counsel with the king, speaking only of spoiled lands, sure to be found at the cleft. There was one among us who seemed to know the true nature of these foul demons. It was the Outlander, the stranger who had come to us, places unknown. He who had survived the front lines far longer than any Sentinel-born prisoner had before. His passion for battle against the vile horde, he's awesome. Signifiers brought creation to our king. It was decided that he be lifted from the common rabble. Though no arena-born prisoner had ever been granted the honor, the Knight Sentinels broke tradition and deemed the Outlander worthy of training. Time passed as the stranger was instructed in the codified matrices of the order. The ancient lessons of battle and brotherhood taught to all Sentinels. He could sense the opportunity before him. Soon all of hell would fall before his wrath once again. Hell would feel his wrath once again. Satisfied that he would not be a detriment to their prowess, the Knight Sentinels granted him the wish, and they ventured through hell gates with the stranger in tow. They knew no rest, fighting the unnatural elements and training under the blood moon of the night. The stranger suffered exhaustion, wounds, and sickness, but asked for no aid and was offered none. 3 times the Knight Sentinels ventured into the gate and back, and upon every return the stranger strode more capable than before. His gait locked in step with the march of the Sentinels, a disciplined and now controlled lust for demon blood ever present. The passing of the years and numerous battles with the devils indentured the stranger to Argenta's mightiest warriors, and no longer did they condescend to him as a new-blooded conscript, for to them he had become a brother in arms, forged in war, an ally, and a weapon. Again, I love the history, I love the lore. Reading it is a lot.
I pity the humans. I do. Theirs is a hard role to play. But I too have a world to save. Without their souls, there can be no hell energy, and the Argent will cease.
I'm kind of just wanting to read through it and just get to where it's more war raged. The throngs of the populace drank deeply from the well of energy unveiled by the priests, but we of the Night Sentinels took no part in their abundance. Some among us whispered accusations and warning against this manner of progress, but they were quelled. It was not our role to dictate the future of our people, only to defend it. So I'm guessing the first one is like, hey, everybody start drinking the certainly not bad elixir, right? That's going to make us all stronger. Magical empowered us to reach further dimensions, yeah. Yeah, so drink the Kool-Aid. Night Sentinels did not drink the Kool-Aid.
This is how it has always been done. It is not you to deny us our chance at prosperity.
Opening the gate, letting me get back here quicker. Good game design. That's how it should be. I can't believe I have every app in the background making noises. As the Black Star ascended to his zenith, King Novik sat restless in his throne. As a howling darkness began to assemble just beyond the mountain rise to the east, the blight came upon us and drove sledding forth from the Hellgate with merciless fury. They brought with them monstrous Titan, the Dreadnought, a beast rival of the stature and menace of even the mightiest Ancestral. The grotesque giant laid waste to all before him, crushing all in his path. It was a total demonic assault, striking at the heart of Ardenur as never before. How was it that the behemoth could pass through the demonic gate without warning? We would never know, though the Night Sentinels believed treason was at play. Caught off guard, the Sentinels scrambled late in the defiance of the Titan and his horde, and with his coming, the holy city of Tarasnabad prepared for judgment with the onslaught of the demons massed in a sprawling shadow of abhorrent fiend. The city shook to its foundation, none were spared, save those that fled north. The vile swarmed ransacked our temples and palaces, burning our towers. Yet the Night Sentinels rallied and held fast against the demons, though they were pushed back and corralled at the Blood Arena. As the dark night descended, their swords remained potent and shred the enemy's unyielding ranks. The Sentinels, when all other apprentices had fallen, battle stood the Outlander. Rip and tear, he roared, ferocious in battle. The remaining conscripts in the arena stood in awe as they witnessed the beast who had once raged within their very cells, now armored alongside the shoulders of the Sentinel brethren. He had risen where none others had, the very best among them. Fell before onslaught, the Titan remained invincible, none could claim, and hours before, yada yada yada. What rose from the unholy coffin, so many generations that used by priests only to find impurity among us. How could it be that the device that was meant to cull the Sentinel breed of its contaminants could then be used to purify the Outlander's body and give rise to the one to lead us into battle and henceforth? What rose from so they put him into basically a machine, drew out, purified him. That's how they phrased it. What rose from the holy coffin on that fateful day was not impure abomination. The Covenant warned us. The Hera within what would become known as the Great Slayer, the Time Walker, the warrior Khan, whose fire sword would blaze forth for the path just cut through the demonic hordes, vengeance that only a god king could summon. He rose unbroken by the ritual, his eyes burning with maker magic. He took the crucible in his hand, and wrathfire leapt from the blade as it. In our darkest hour, Slayer had chosen defying tradition, our most sacred laws. Stranger to our lands have been blessed with celestial might.
I cannot stand by and watch as will be consumed, and the energy will consumed.
Gladiator. Hey, buddies. I love the camera shake with that.
You'll make a fine addition to the front line, stranger.
The demons! They are everywhere. Must kill them all!
Dress his wounds and bring him to us. I want to know more about the others he speaks of.
Yes, Your Grace. If Sentinel holy blood is spilled on these grounds, you will lose all sovereignty here.
I'll say they didn't hide them very well here. All right, let's fight a block. When the shield eyes flash green, glider is about to attack. Shoot him when its eyes are green to stagger him and create an opening. Which gun is best for this, do you think? Shield's in his left hand, so it protects his right pretty well. Shield can shout at me. It's too sloppy. Like even I can't just rely on it. I have to still allow for a pause. I didn't do it there. Nazis! Walked into that. I feel like this is taking longer than it should. I'm the one messing up. That's what I feel like. Oh, he has a health bar. Did not notice. Noticed the health bar before. I think he's angry. Without a shield, more aggressive, and has a wider variety of attacks. When he spins one of its flails, it returns attacks back at the player. When his eyes are green, he's about to strike. Bound to happen. What do you got? You dropped this. Make it give it back to you. Don't want it?
This stops nothing. Earth will be consumed, regardless of what...
The portal is ready. We should leave immediately.
All right, looks like that's it for this one. Man, I guess a lot of that was just reading to you, but nonetheless, hope you enjoyed it. I hope my mic's working out well. I guess we'll find that out after the episode is done, and then I'll see you in the next one. So again, also subscribe, like, and please at least comment, right? And I will provide some feedback, what your thoughts, or if you're excited about the game. And then I am more than happy to respond to everybody who does. So again, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.